Holla, 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 holla. One. It's your boy Black Mason. Yeah. Now, today we had a rough day, man. I mean, it was rough. I mean, everything when the market opened dropped. And that's why whenever I put out my Hot Friday video last Friday, I was like, man, take profits at open, because I had a feeling that everything was going to drop at open. But then companies, they actually went higher, you know, like Nvidia, they went higher than they actually opened midday when the market was open. Now, AMD, on the other hand, they climbed back, but they didn't climb back as strong. So I actually encourage everybody that is that has bought AMD to hold on to the AMD shares if you still have them, or options or whatever. I think they could go higher tomorrow. We'll see. Actually, we have July 25th, 2023 at 9 a.m. we have the Case-Shiller Home Price Index, and that will be going back looking at numbers from May, and it's going to cover like 20 cities, if I'm not mistaken. And then at 10 a.m. tomorrow we have the consumer confidence for the month of July, which we're still in the month of July. It's almost over with. So, you know, August is right around the corner, man, which is usually like the hottest month, because I can't wait for it to be over with and winter time to come, because Santa can't take any more hot Fridays or any of this heat. It's just too hot, man. It's too hot. It's too hot. So, also, with that being said, if you're still holding your AMDs, like I said, hold it. I think it could go higher tomorrow. But whatever you bought for today or bought last weekend, you know, and you're still holding, look at selling some. I don't know what you have, you know, because every individual is different, but look at selling some of your shares or options so you can get some capital, so you can make some trades for tomorrow afternoon. I mean, you got a lot of companies reporting tomorrow. I want to see what 3M does. Lately, 3M has been losing a lot of money year after year. So let's see if they can actually stop losing money and gain some money. I mean, they're still making money, but as far as, you know, previous quarters, they're losing, you know, quarter over quarter. So let's see if 3M can bounce back strong. And that's also due to, I don't know how true it is, you know, I'm just going off of, you know, what I read. Apparently, there is some kind of toxic chemicals that 3M uses that is ending up in water around like their facilities, which is contaminating, I guess, people's drinking water, the water they use to take baths in their homes. Let's look for the conference call or the earnings report for them to mention that they're gaining money, and that, you know, that they got, you know, whether they settled, you know, in court, or they got it figured out where they're not putting toxins into the water. Let's look for that. Anything like that will shoot the stock higher. But if not, I could see this potentially going lower after they report. But when the market opens, they could, you know, they could bounce back. That's just my opinion, though. I'm not saying anything is bad. And then also, I think they report in the morning time. I think GM also reports tomorrow morning. So if you have an opportunity to get in on shares pre-market, I think GM can actually go higher, especially with everything, how they're actually working with the government to bring in EV. You know, a lot of companies are bucking on the trend of EV. And I understand, you know, you got some people, I talk to some people, and they like that muscle car, like a Challenger or a Dodge Charger or something, you know, a Hellcat. They love all that stuff. They love the vroom, 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 vroom. They love that stuff, you know. They love hearing the engine and stuff like that. So even to the point where, you know, if you was to buy a BMW i8 right now, which they don't even make no more, but, you know, one of the spoilers is actually a microphone which actually puts out sound like a gas engine, you know, boom, 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 but it's really all fake, you know. I mean, just people love that, you know. So I don't know if the GM was gonna do that with their vehicles, or anybody else is gonna take suit after BMW, but yeah, man, people love they muscle cars, they love hearing that sound. So, but anyways, man, you know, I understand where they're going electric is better for the environment, you know, as far as breathing and everything that goes along with it, but you know, we'll have to see how things go, man. We'll have to see things go. So, you know, with that being said, as far as GM, we just gotta wait. You know, we got less than 24 hours and we'll find out news. Well, really at this point, less than 12 hours, and we'll find out some news on where they're gonna head. Also, we have two major companies. I say major, you know, because they're just doing big things, you know. You know, a while ago, we talked about MSFT and ATVI, which is Microsoft and Activision Blizzard doing some kind of merger, you know, together. And it looks like the government finally unblocked it, but, you know, we didn't know. So anyways, Microsoft, yeah, I think they're a plus. I think they're a company that you want to own, man, because I think right now you're looking at what the price of Microsoft is, and you're gonna look in December at the price of Microsoft, and you're gonna be chasing. You're gonna be like, wow, man, I could have got back in July at XYZ price, and look where they are now. So I'm just saying, Microsoft is the real deal, man. You don't go against the government. They got to deal with the government. They got so many huge deals, man. And they Call of Duty. I know everybody in the world, every guy at least, you know, loves Call of Duty. I mean, I probably say like the first couple years of my life, man, decades, man, I never even touched Call of Duty. Never even touched Call of Duty in my life. And a friend of mine was like, made a bet with me. He was like, hey, if you make 10 grand off of a company, you know, you got to buy Call of Duty and a PS5. So actually it was 10 grand or more, and I actually like doubled that. So I was forced to have to get Call of Duty. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, you know. Call of Duty is pretty cool, you know. So, but Microsoft is they just eating up all the competition. So, I mean, how can you really go against them? What I would really like to see, I would like to see Google, which is another company that reports tomorrow, which you already know how I feel about them. You saw my video that I put out yesterday about them. So, you know, you already know Google and Microsoft, man, those are two companies, man, that got big things ahead of them. But anyways, I would like to see like Xfinity, Comcast buy Google. Anybody got any words? Anybody want to dispute that? Anybody want to give me a reason why that can't happen? I mean, please, man, feel free, man. Hit me up. You know, I don't care. You know, hit me up on, you know, YouTube. You know, however you got to hit me up. You see me in the street, man, stop me, please, and tell me why you disagree. But I think that would be a great move. Xfinity bought Google and had the rights to the NFL package. It ain't gonna happen. I mean, that if it did, though, if it did, ain't no more competition. Xfinity would be like Microsoft. No competition. But that's just my thoughts, man. If y'all feel any kind of other way about it, let me know how you feel, man. But I strongly think that would be a good move if they can free up the capital. I know they just did that big acquisition where they bought Sky in Europe, so I know that cost a couple $1 billion. So I know they're still trying to work to paying that off. But they get an opportunity, man. You definitely want to get the NFL package because everybody's gonna be coming to you for that. For real. But yeah, man, I thought I'd come on here, man, let y'all know, man, what I think about the last video I put out about AMD. And if you're still in it, hold, because I think they can go higher today. I mean, tomorrow. I don't know what happened today. I mean, it bounced from the lows, but it should have really went higher. So I don't know. It might be waiting on the news that just dropped with NXP. NXP reported when the market closed today. They actually beat on their earnings report, and they're actually up. So I don't know. We'll see what the other semiconductor chips do when the market opens tomorrow. All right. And there you have it, folks. Ho, ho, ho. Merry riches.